Rex, look at it. Did you ever see anything like it?
It's deuced unusual, I'll say.
It's the most hideous thing I could imagine. Every inch of that temple, walls, stairs, everything is covered with hands. Hundreds and hundreds of hands.
Here comes Monk Mayfair, the ape-like chemist.
Jesus!
Ham Brooks, the sword-wielding lawyer.
Take that!
Rennie Renwick, the two-fisted engineer.
Holy cow!
Long Tom Roberts, the adventurous electrical genius.
Pipe down, you guys.
Johnny Littlejohn, the fighting archaeologist.
I'll be super amalgamated.
And their leader, the greatest adventure hero of the 1930s, the man of bronze, Doc Savage. The Variety Arts Radio Theater, by special arrangement with Condé Nast Publications, presents The Adventures of Doc Savage, a new series of radio adventures based on the novels by Lester Dent. Today, Flight into Fear, Chapter 3 of the amazing story, The Thousand-Headed Man. In London, Doc Savage and his 5 aides have become enmeshed in a web of mystery surrounding 3 black sticks, which are keys to a legendary city in the jungles of Indochina, ruled by a being known as the Thousand-Headed Man. Doc and Monk have successfully recovered the black sticks from the evil Oriental merchant Sengat and his vicious cohorts. But 4 of Doc's men, Rennie, Ham, Long Tom, and Johnny, have been captured by Sengat and his henchman Evel, who bears a remarkable resemblance to Doc's aide Monk. Sengat then frames Doc for the murders of 3 of Sengat's own men. Avoiding the police, Doc and Monk return to their hotel room, where they learn from Lucille Copeland and explorer Rex Maples of the ill-fated expeditions of Lucille Copeland's father in search of the secret of the Thousand-Headed Man, a secret so valuable that Sengat is willing to kill for it. Unaware that Sengat is plotting to capitalize on Evel's resemblance to Monk, Doc and Monk have set off in search of their kidnapped friends, leaving Lucille Copeland and Rex Maples in Doc's hotel suite, guarding the 3 black sticks.
Please, Miss Copeland, there's no need to pace the floor like that. Sit down.
I suppose you're right, Rex. I try to relax, but I'm nervous. Mr. Savage and Mr. Mayfair left over an hour ago to locate their men. If they are prisoners of that horrible Sengat, there'll be a terrible battle. Mr. Savage could be hurt or killed, and all because of us.
From what I hear, Savage can take care of himself.
Perhaps, but Sengat is vicious. He tortured you, and he's a murderer. If he harms Mr. Savage, our last hope of finding my father will be lost.
Buck up. We aren't lost yet.
Should I answer it? Mr. Savage is still being hunted for murder.
It may be Savage himself.
Yes, of course. Hello?
Miss Copeland.
Yes? Who is this?
It's me, Monk Mayfair.
Oh, Mr. Mayfair, I didn't recognize your voice. You sound hoarse. Is there anything wrong?
No, but things are jumping. Doc and me sprung our friends, but Sengat and his crew got away. There was a fight, and a lucky punch jimmied my voice box a little. That's why I sound like this.
Oh, I'm so glad your friends are unharmed. Rex, it's Mr. Mayfair. He says he and Mr. Savage rescued their friends.
Very good. What next?
What do we do now, Mr. Mayfair?
Doc's agreed to help find your father. He wants me to fly you to Indochina right away. Can you meet me at Croydon Airfield in 20 minutes?
Meet you? Isn't Mr. Savage coming?
He's going to follow in another plane. Doc figures Sengat's still lurking about, so he's going to hang back just in case Sengat tries to follow us. Don't worry, he'll catch up.
In that case, we'll join you immediately.
Swell. Meet me at Hangar 13 at the west end of the field. A plane will be warming up by the time you get there.
Very well. Goodbye. Rex, Mr. Savage has agreed to find my father. We're to meet Mr. Mayfair at the airfield.
Wonderful. Let's go.
Miss Copeland, Maples, up here. Hurry, we're about to take off.
Mr. Mayfair, your face. Those bandages. What happened?
Huh? Oh, I forgot to tell you. I got nicked by one of them wavy swords during the fight. It's not too bad, don't worry.
Oh, for a moment I thought it was worse. Most of your face is covered.
Doc did that. Guess he wanted to be safe. Will you two grab some seats in the cabin while I shut the hatch? There, all set.
What about provisions and clothes? We can't just fly into the jungle without preparing ourselves.
Oh, don't worry about that. Doc thinks of everything. He's got clothes and stuff in the back. Now, I'm going to get this plane moving.
Well, Lucille, we're on our way.
Yes, on our way to Indochina and hopefully to find my father.
That's it, Doc. A clock that sounds an hour late. It just struck 5, but it's 6 o'clock.
Yes, just as I heard in the background when Sengat phoned to bargain for Rennie and the others.
Boy, if Scotland Yard only knew they helped you locate this clock when they're turning the town on its ear trying to find you for that murder rap Sengat trumped up on you.
Yes. Let's reconnoiter the neighborhood.
Okay. Boy, everything looks deserted. Nothing but grimy shops and warehouses in all directions. If Sengat is hiding out here, he's going to be tough to flush out.
Perhaps not, Monk. Look, there's a light in that building ahead. That's unusual for this time of night.
Well, let's check it out then. I'm itching for a real scrap with Sengat and his cronies.
Stand on the other side of this door, Monk. Right. I'll try a little impersonation.
Who there? A message, thou dog. Open up. Message for who? Sengat. Sengat not here. Open this door, offspring of a worm. I was told to come here.
He fell for it, Doc.
What was... Oh, catch him, Monk.
Got him. Oh, you sure got them good, Doc. He's as limp as a dish rag.
Drag him inside while I shut the door.
He'll sleep fine in this dark corner.
Good. I see a light shining through a crack under that far door. Rennie and the others may be in that next room.
Sengat, too, I hope. I got dibs on that long-nailed crook.
Come on. Quietly.
Oh, somebody's coming out.
They must have heard the scuffle. Stay in the shadows. Let him come to us.
Fellow, what's wrong that noise?
Now, Monk.
Oh, he's got a gun, Doc.
Grab his gun arm.
I got it. Get his cannon before he shoots somebody.
There. We timed that well.
Yeah. With both of us rushing at him, he didn't know who to shoot at first, so he missed both times.
Monk, look over your shoulder.
Blazes! There's Ham and Rennie and the others. Found in gag like Christmas turkeys.
Hold on to this one while I untie them.
Right.
Just a minute, men. Wait till I remove your gag.
Holy cow, Doc. I was beginning to think you'd never show up. Get these ropes off me, will you?
There. Untie the rest.
Right.
Well, you all better exercise your arms and legs to restore circulation. Those ropes were tight.
Phew. That gag was beginning to taste like sand.
Just wait till I get my hands on that Sengat's dirty neck.
An extremely probable eventuation. That gag didn't make Johnny swallow any of his big words.
I see Monk's got hold of that devil Indigo.
That's who I got. Well, we sure heard a lot about you, Indigo. Pleased to meet you.
Oh, you fella too smart.
I'll do a lot worse than that if you don't start cooperating.
Well, that might be Sengat since he appears to be absent.
Yeah.
The trade with Doc Savage is no longer necessary. Get rid of the prisoners. Knives first, then the river. Understand?
You want all 4 murdered, is that it?
Savage!
That was Sengat. He just ordered your death.
That means he's pulled some kind of fast one.
Operator, Hotel Piccadilly, Suite A, please. Sengat means to trade your lives for the 3 black sticks I left with Lucille Copeland. Something has caused him to change his mind. Yes? Thank you, operator. There's no answer.
Let's pump this guy, Doc.
How about me banging him around a little?
Now, you fella let me go.
Sure, would be likely to do that. One way.
Oh, stop twisting on, you fella.
What does Sengat have up his sleeve, Indigo?
What you fella like to know? Maybe so talk, if you know kill.
Talk first.
Sengat send Missy Copeland and Maples alongside Indochina in plane. Him got man who all the same look like monk fellow here. Savvy?
Holy cow, I get it, Doc. Sengat is a man named Evil working for him who looks just like Monk.
I don't believe it.
I saw him with my own eyes, Doc. There really is another person walking this earth who's as ugly as Monk here. I'm sorry to say.
Anyway, this Evil must have tricked him into going with him to Indochina.
With the 3 black sticks, no doubt.
Now what?
You killed those men at Lucille Copeland's house, didn't you, Indigo?
Oh, no. You fella blong bad idea.
I suspect Scotland Yard will think differently. We'll turn Indigo and his friend over to the authorities. That should clear up the murder charge against me.
Then we're off to get that rat who's impersonating me, right, Doc?
Yes, Monk. We're off to Indochina. And this mysterious 1,000-headed man.
Hey, Doc. Rennie wants to take on fuel in Calcutta. He says we're running low.
Fine, Monk. I hope we'll have an easier time of it than in Russia.
Yeah, that Russian commissar almost didn't let us take off again. They sure are strict about who they let fly over their country. Boy, you're really working up a sweat back here.
Well, that takes care of the physical part of my daily exercise.
And am I glad. I break out in a sweat just watching you. The scientists who started you on this 2-hour exercise stint every day sure knew what they were doing, though. What are those?
Some new chemical scents. You know I used them to sharpen my sense of smell. Remember when we first encountered Lucille Copeland in the dark? I was able to scent her perfume and identify it later.
Say, that's right. I couldn't smell a thing.
Have there been any further reports of the plane carrying Miss Copeland and Rex Maples?
Well, not since that report that they took on fuel in Poland. That puts them about 3 hours ahead of us at least.
And no sign of the plane flown by Sengat, assuming that he's also following Evel's plane. Let's go forward, see how Rennie's doing.
I'll go, Sir Rennie.
That's so good. You and Doc better grab a seat. We're about to fly into a big rain cloud.
I'd better take the controls, Rennie.
Okay. There you go.
Here we go into it.
Boy, it sure got dark all of a sudden, didn't it?
Turbulence isn't too bad. It's mostly rain.
Boy, we came out of that fast. There's the sun again.
Yeah. Look! There's 2 big planes right above us.
Holy cow. They're diving right for us. Look, those gray threads of smoke.
Tracer bullets!
That sounded like one of the wings.
Yeah, the left one. It's full of bullet holes.
Hang on.
I see them, Doc. They're below us now, flying close to the jungle, following us.
Let's try to discourage them.
Gotcha. Here, Rennie, take this super machine pistol. I got another one under the seat.
Right. I'll open the window.
I got flammable bullets in the drums. Maybe we can melt one of their wings.
Give us a little rudder, Doc, so we can get a better aim.
Got one. His wings spotted.
He's turning back.
So's the other. They don't have much fight, do they?
No, and now we know what became of Sengat.
Yeah. And once we take on fuel, it'll be a clear field to Indochina.
That's for sure. I can't help wondering what that bozo Evel is up to right now.
I don't understand, Mr. Mayfair. Why did we slip into this cloud after that plane behind us began shooting at Mr. Savage's 2 aircraft?
Doc's orders were to stay out of any fights. He don't want you and Maples getting hurt.
But that other plane is getting the best of Mr. Savage.
That's Sengat's crate, the fighter. Don't you worry, Miss Copeland. Doc can take care of himself.
You picked up a few British expressions recently, Mr. Mayfair.
Not to mention an accent.
Huh? Oh, that. I like picking up other languages.
Keep your hands on the controls.
Hey, what's with the gun? Here now, miss.
I think we've been tricked, Lucille. This man isn't Monk Mayfair. Look closely. That explains the hoarse voice and the bandages on his face.
You got me wrong, mate.
Have we?
Maybe, maybe not. But that gun ain't loaded. I took the cartridges out yesterday.
I know. I replaced them last night. Shall I demonstrate?
Okay. What do you want me to do?
That was Doc Savage's plane that got the best of the two others, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Turn back, then.
I can turn back, miss, but I don't think it's going to do much good. We might run out of petrol trying to find Savage's plane.
He's right, Lucille. We're over jungle now, and it's a frightfully precarious territory.
What do you suggest, Rex?
Let's press on. Savage is headed for the same area we are. There's a better chance of finding him once we reach Indochina.
All right. I want to reach my father above all else. Stay on course, whatever your name is. From now on, one of us will be holding this gun on you at all times.
Well, Lucille, that jungle below certainly looks familiar, doesn't it?
I never saw it from the air, but I know what you mean. Even from this height, it looks sinister somehow. Look at the mists rising from the dense greenery, like ghosts coming out of their graves.
Did I see what I thought I saw when we flew over that stream? Crocodiles?
That's right, Evel, if that's really your name. Those are called buayas, 30-foot-long man-eaters, and those dark birds gliding close to the trees may look like small planes, but they're vultures.
It's almost supernatural, the way the jungle lays hold of one's soul and grips you, drawing you back.
I can almost understand how your father felt, Lucille.
My father, he's down there somewhere. I can just feel it.
Say, what's that in the clearing due west?
What? Oh, yes, it's a building of some kind. Fly lower. Yes, it's a pagoda of some yellowish stone.
Could it be part of the thousand-headed man's city?
I don't think so. It appears to be partially fallen into ruin. Maybe. Perhaps we should investigate.
Yes. The clearing looks large enough for a landing. Head for that, Evel.
I don't think so, miss.
I said, land this plane.
If you say so.
We're going to make it, I think.
Don't count on it. We're heading right for that wall of jungle ahead.
Here to the right. There's room.
Thank God. We made it.
By a good margin, too. The plane's half turned around, so we shouldn't have much trouble taking off again.
Might as well step out, eh?
Yes. You go first. And don't forget, I have this gun trained on you.
Don't worry. I ain't forgetting. There's no gangway. We'll have to climb down the wing. Okay, you two.
Rex, take the gun while I get down.
Right. Here's the gun. Catch. There. Shall we look around the temple?
Yes. Look at it. Did you ever see anything like it?
Well, it's deuced unusual, I'll say. Let's get closer.
You walk ahead of us, Evel, where we can keep an eye on you.
You're the boss, lady.
Rex, you've traveled a great deal in Indochina and Siam. Do you recognize the carvings on that temple?
No, I never saw anything like them. Whatever they are, the whole pagoda is covered with them.
Rex, I think they're hands.
Hands?
Yeah, they're hands, all right. You can see them better when you get as close as I'm getting.
The pagoda of the hand.
You've heard of this place?
Vaguely, but I can't recall where.
Look at it. As we get closer, it's larger than it looked from the air. And that smell, what is it?
Odd. It might be jungle muck, or it can't be coming from the pagoda, I don't think. Look, the steps leading up into the temple are carved with hands, too.
I don't like this jump. It looks like a big yellow skull on a plate.
Do you know anything about this temple, Evel?
Nope.
I think you're lying. Sengat must know what's in the city of the thousand-headed man. Didn't he tell you what it is he's after?
No, blast it.
Here we are at the steps.
It's the most hideous thing I could imagine. Every inch of it. Walls, stairs, everything is covered with hands. Whoever built this temple painstakingly chiseled hundreds upon hundreds of hands out of the stone facing.
Just look at them. Some are fists. Some are twisted in all kinds of gestures. And others look like they're reaching out to grab us.
That's odd. These steps are badly worn, but the natives in this area don't usually wear shoes.
It must have taken hundreds of years of walking up and down these steps to wear them down.
Shall we go further?
Aye? You mean go up them stairs? Count me out.
We mean exactly that. And you lead the way.
Not me, sister. No way.
Let me take your gun, Lucille. Evel here may think you won't really shoot him. What do you think now that I'm holding the gun, Evel?
All right. I'll go up if both of you are going to be right behind me. But don't say I didn't warn you if anything happens up there.
Nothing's going to happen. This place is obviously deserted and has been for a long, long time.
Rex, this is weird. Walking on these stone hands. Some of them are so sinister looking.
Don't let them get you, Lucille. They're only carvings. Look, that one is carved palm upward. Nothing evil in that. And those two ahead might be praying.
Or trying to crush each other.
That's enough from you. Keep walking. We're almost to the entrance. Jove!
What is it?
I just recalled how I came to hear of the pagoda of the hands. It's supposed to be a very sinister place. As far as I know, only 2 explorers have ever found it and returned to tell the story.
What happened to the others?
No one knows. Here's the entrance. Dark inside, isn't it?
Hey, you two hear what I hear?
No, I don't hear anything.
That's the point. There was birds squawking when we landed. Now I don't hear nothing.
They must have been frightened away by our plane.
No, Evel's right. The birds were singing after we left the plane. They weren't frightened by us. But now they've stopped. In fact, the entire jungle seems hushed. Almost expectant.
But I don't see anything, even from this height. Just steam rising off the jungle.
Well, something's caused all this quiet. Listen. I hear it. Listen. But where's it coming from?
It's behind us. Inside the pagoda.
Rex, that sound. Don't you recognize it? It's the sound we heard in Father's camp before that thing overcame us.
Good God, you're right. Run! Run for your life! Don't look back. Just keep running. Oh!
Rex, what happened?
Oh, I tripped down the steps.
Let me help you. Evel, come help me.
Help you nothing. He lost his gun and I'm going to find it.
Lucille, don't let him get the gun.
Rex, wake up. What happened? What's happening to us?
He just conked out. Like he went to sleep or something. But he didn't hit his head or nothing. He just... Here's that gun.
No, give me that gun. No, I won't let you. Give it to me.
Let go. I won't shoot you. I just want to...
Evel! What happened to you? Nothing touched you and now you're...
What is the strange invisible force that has overcome Lucille Copeland, Rex Maples, and Evel? Will Doc Savage find them in time? And what is the fabulous secret that Sengat hopes to obtain in the thousand-headed man's secret jungle city? Don't miss Pagoda of the Hands, Chapter 4 of The Thousand-Headed Man, next time on The Adventures of Doc Savage. The Thousand-Headed Man was written by Lester Dent and adapted for radio by Will Murray. Featured in the cast were Daniel Chodos, Robert Towers, Michael McConaughey, Bill Ratner, Ann Ross, William Irwin, Kemet Mustin, and Art Dutch. Also heard were Glenn Shaddix, Bob Farley, Douglas Kohler, and Bob Lyons. Sound effects were created by David Surtees, assisted by Jerry Williams. Production assistance by Samantha Kimmel and Doris Christie. Engineering by Denny King. Adventures of Doc Savage is produced and directed by Roger Rittner and is a presentation of the Variety Arts Radio Theater.